As everybody knows, Patrick was injured on Sunday night. He had a significant left knee injury on a non-contact hyperextension injury. Immediately following the game, we came down here and did an MRI. That MRI revealed an ACL injury, anterior cruciate ligament, and a lateral collateral ligament injury. That lateral collateral ligament you may see as a posterior lateral corner because there's some other structures back there that constitute that. After that, our doctors, Patrick, his family, his agent, consulted, and then we sought out a second opinion. And the family and agent and Patrick and everybody agreed that he would go to Dr. Cooper in Dallas. Dr. Cooper set up an appointment for him Monday morning, Monday afternoon, and then operated on him Monday night. The reason he wanted to operate on him quickly, where we usually wait on the ACLs, is because the LCL, we wanted to reattach the avulsion injury there. As Dr. Cooper told us after seeing the MRI, and my doctor saw it, they said everything that he had in this injury was fixable, correctable, and it was fixed on Monday night by Dr. Cooper. He had no artery damage, no nerve damage, no joint surface damage, no meniscal damage. He's already started rehab down in Dallas. He was there first thing Tuesday morning, and he'll do that through tomorrow, and then he'll be back here Friday. As you know, in the past with Patrick and his injuries, he attacks them and does very well, and he's in that mode right now. I've talked to him every day. I know Coach has too, and he's already on it. He'll return here Friday, and for the majority of the rehab, he'll do it with my staff, and in particular, Julie Freimeyer, who's done his dislocated patella, his toe injury, and his ankle injuries. Anybody have any questions?
You did know then that night that there was an LCL injury?
Yes. But we wanted to wait until they actually got into the knee to disclose that it was that have them examined and everything to make sure that we had all the right nomenclature on that injury.
Sam?
Rick, I know you don't know the timeline yet, but can you give us a sense of like how the steps, the boxes are checked on any player, just generally speaking, with an ACL?
Yeah, so it is a good question. It's coming up a lot. Every player's different. Every sport's different. Every position's different. And with him, traditionally, he's going after it so hard, and he's so in tune with what he does that he does it a little quicker. Ballpark on this thing is 9 months. Could be a month or two less, a month or two more. You never know what goes on, and everybody's designed differently biomechanically, and so you just have to go through it. And then he's got position-specific things that he needs to do. So right now, I'll give you this, early on in the rehab phase, we're doing a lot to get his muscles firing, get the swelling down, and he's in a protective brace right now so that all that surgery heals in.
All right, guys, we're going to go last two, Todd, and then Pete. Go ahead, Todd.
In today's world, are there new advances in recovery that weren't there 10, 15, 20 years ago that you can take advantage of now?
Oh, of course, there's new techniques out there surgically, and I think the bigger and faster these guys are, the more you see injuries like this, and so the doctors are better doing it. And certainly, we all selected a doctor who's done this surgery in the past, and he did some techniques based on what was there, which are unique to the case. So sometimes you have to use a graft on the lateral collateral ligament. He didn't have to do that because he's got advanced techniques. And then the same way with rehab. I mean, we've gotten a lot better at rehabilitation, and the athlete's gotten way better at nutrition and recovery and all the things that go with it.
Last one, Pete.
You've seen a lot of players. You've rehabbed Patrick before, I guess. Where does he stack up, just generally speaking, about ability to recover maybe faster than average?
Yeah, I think as you guys know, as a player, his mindset is a little different than most. He's so regimented at what he does. He's in here at 6 a.m. He's the last guy out at night. He'll take the rehab like that. He and I talked about, listen, you have a schedule right now in season where you get treatment at this time, rehab or film at this time, practice. That's how rehab's got to be, and that's how it's always been with him, and it will. And when you add up all the little things, that allows the player to get back faster. They don't heal up any faster. They just get back to performance faster.
Today, Leo Chanel, he's got a shoulder that's been bothering him, and then Trent McDuffie is continuing to rehab. We'll see where that goes here. Jalen Moore had the knee hyperextension. We're playing that by ear. He's getting better though. Rasheed is in the concussion protocol. He came in Monday with that, and so those things happen, and we'll just see where it ends up going. Jawan Taylor is recovering from the elbow injury, and again, that's it's getting better. It's just not as fast as he wants it. And then Tyquan Thornton is also in the concussion protocol. So we'll just see how that rolls time-wise for the game. Look forward to the challenge of playing Tennessee. I mean, they're playing good football, particularly on that defensive side with that defensive front is this is another week that I'm telling you this, but they've got a heck of a defensive front. So, and then Mike's done a nice job of taking over as the interim. He's had a lot of experience as a head coach, so he knows how to handle a role like that, and has done a nice job of keeping the guys going and playing hard. And they've got a young quarterback that will be an up-and-comer as time goes on here. He's had some really productive days there. So, anyways, with that, time, Jared.
You played without a lot of players over the years, but just Patrick has such a presence in this building. Is it a strange feeling just not having him here? What is it like just not having him around?
Yeah, we love having him around. I mean, it's not like there's anything there, but him missing, everybody feels for him. At the same time, it's a crazy business that way. It moves on, and Minshew steps up, and now he has an opportunity to play, and thank goodness he's here, right? So he's got experience, and the guys trust him, coaches trust him, but like we all love Pat, and he's a special kid. Yeah.
Rick said you talk to him every day. Just what your conversation's been like, the part that you're willing to share.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's so positive right now. And he, like Rick said, I mean, he attacked this thing the day after, but you wouldn't expect anything less. Get me up and get me going. I mean, he was basically saying that an hour after the game, so brace me up and let me go. So it's not one of those injuries, obviously, but that's his mindset. So I think he'll do great with the rehab. He's a pretty fast healer that way. So, and his attitude, that's about 90% of the thing. How you go about it. How willing are you to push through the pain of getting it right?
You're going to need another quarterback to run the offseason, I guess. How much is this an audition for Gardner to potentially fill that role these next 3 games?
Yeah, as sick as Gardner is over the whole thing, he also has an opportunity and wants to do well. It's great for him career-wise, whether it's here or somewhere else. It's great for him, and it gives Oladukin some reps in there too. So if he were needed. So,
Playing Chris, would you like to see him get a shot?
Well, right now it's Gardner. Yeah, it's Gardner. That's where we're at. Yeah.
How are you balancing the players that that are kind of veterans here, guys that are trying to get tape out there, and how do you balance that with trying to play some of the younger guys that you're trying to get a look at, Matt?
Yeah, I mentioned this to Seren the other day. That all our young guys are playing. I mean, they're in there and going. So Chu actually got some good reps in there, and might have a chance to get some more. So, and he was our international player. So we've got them all going. They're all rolling. Yeah.
Coach Rick mentioned that his staff and Julie would lead the rehab for Patrick. He also has his own training staff that he works with in Dallas. Do you expect that he may split time between the two and lean on his own staff as well?
He's got a great relationship with Julie, and so I would imagine that would be the primary one. And then if he were to go to Dallas to visit or have a change of scenery for a minute, I think the majority of it will be done with Julie. She kind of takes care of him when he has different injuries or whatever, maintenance stuff. So I would presume he'd just be here the majority of the time, yeah.
Is there a team policy on that? Like you want them in the building or whatever they want? Like,
No, we can't kick him out of the building, so the guy's always here. He, that's how he is. So it's, but no, there's a whole union thing there too. So, yeah.
Will he travel with you guys to the game, or is he not ready to travel? I know he probably
Yeah,
wants to be on.
he won't travel this game. No. Yeah.
Probably like to be on a headset somewhere listening, though, wouldn't he?
No, that's the way it goes.
Has he been? Will he talk to Gardner at all? Help out this week? I know he's not gonna be back here till Friday, Rick said.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably already talked, but they're friends, so I don't know how much he'll be in the game, but he's trying to get himself right now. So, but I know he would wish Gardner the best going into this.
Okay, thanks.
When Patrick Mahomes limped off the field Sunday night, a hush fell over Chiefs Nation. It's not every day you see the league's most electrifying quarterback fell by injury, and for a moment, the entire football world seemed to hold its breath. But as the details of Mahomes' injury and recovery plan emerge, one thing is becoming clear. If there's anyone built to attack adversity head-on, it's Patrick Mahomes. During Sunday's game, Mahomes suffered a significant injury to his left knee on a non-contact play. The immediate aftermath was filled with uncertainty, but quick action by the Chiefs' medical staff ensured he received the best possible care. An MRI performed that night revealed injuries to both his anterior cruciate ligament, ACL, and lateral collateral ligament, LCL, the kind of double blow that can derail careers, or at the very least, entire seasons. According to Chiefs head athletic trainer Rick Burkholder, there was no question about the severity. Everything he had in this injury was fixable, correctable, Burkholder explained, and that surgical correction couldn't wait. With input from Mahomes, his family, and his representatives, the decision was made to see Dr. Cooper in Dallas, who operated on him the very next night. The urgency was driven by the need to reattach the LCL and take advantage of the latest surgical techniques. The good news? The MRI and subsequent surgery confirmed there was no artery, nerve, meniscus, or joint surface damage, critical factors that could have complicated recovery. The surgery, performed Monday night, went as well as anyone could hope, and Mahomes was up and starting rehab in Dallas first thing Tuesday morning. Burkholder, who has overseen Mahomes' recoveries from previous injuries, emphasized that the quarterback's approach is relentless. He attacks them and does very well. He's already on it, Burkholder noted, underscoring Mahomes' reputation as a tireless worker with a champion's mindset. Mahomes is set to return to Kansas City on Friday, where he'll continue the bulk of his rehabilitation with the Chiefs' in-house staff, led by Julie Vermeyer, a trusted expert who has guided him through past recoveries. While every athlete heals differently, the ballpark timeline for an ACL and LCL injury is typically around 9 months, though Mahomes' drive and discipline may help him recover faster. Advancements in both surgical and rehab techniques, combined with Mahomes' commitment to excellence, put him in a strong position for a complete recovery. He's so regimented at what he does. He's in here at 6 a.m. He's the last guy out at night, Burkholder pointed out. While Mahomes focuses on his comeback, the Chiefs will need to rally around backup quarterback Gardner Minshew, who now has a significant opportunity to prove himself. The locker room feels Mahomes' absence, but there's also a sense of resolve. We all love Pat. He's a special kid, said head coach Andy Reid, noting that Mahomes' positive attitude and work ethic are already setting the tone for his recovery. Mahomes' injury is a stark reminder of the physical risks of football, but also the resilience that defines its greatest players. Chiefs fans will have to wait to see their superstar back on the field. But if history is any guide, Mahomes will return stronger and perhaps even more determined than ever before. The journey back won't be easy, but with a world-class medical team, cutting-edge rehab, and the heart of a champion, Patrick Mahomes is already writing the next chapter of an extraordinary career. Chiefs Kingdom, stay tuned.